All right, y'all, I am back to review another reality TV wife swap, the Real Housewives edition. First up, I'm going to review only two episodes, my favorite ones. Episode 1 with Angie K from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and episode 4 with Wendy Osefo. That's Dr. Wendy Osefo to you guys with a degree, episode 4. So let's get right into the first episode with Angie Kanfanakis. It's hard to pronounce. She is Greek. So Angie K from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City is going to swap with Lindsay Flakes from Chalice, Ohio. So she sits with her family and she tells them that she is going to Chalice. Angie K is a perfectionist who loves to clean. Angie Kanfanakis, Cancenavis. I got it. I finally got it. Angie Cancenavis and Sean Trujillo is her husband. They live with their daughter Electra in Salt Lake City, Utah. Angie loves to cook and keep her home perfect. She said, "I'm hustling from sunup to sundown." Sean thinks that she likes to micromanage. She loves fashion. Sean and Electra are close. She feels like her mom needs to relax and spend more quality time with them. Instead of cleaning, she could be watching a movie with them. Angie wants to feel appreciated by her family. Lindsay lives off the grid and she feels like it is an ancestral way of life. Let's meet the Flakes. Her husband is Tanner. She has a 12-year-old son named Bridger. She has a 9-year-old, her middle child, who named Wyatt, and her daughter named Hazel, who is 5 years old. She was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, or RA, and so she decided to go on an anti-inflammatory diet, and that led to this lifestyle of growing their own food, and her symptoms improved. So they decided to move off the grid. The closest person to them is 4 miles away. It takes 30 minutes to get to town. They have their own solar system. They have a composting toilet, no running water. They enjoy, living in nature. They are minimalists, which means they use the least amount of resources possible. Bridger is the oldest, thinks that his new mom will be a rich brat because he believes rich people are brats. That's quite a mindset for a 12-year-old. Thinks that, her husband, this man's name again, Sean thinks that Angie will benefit from this lifestyle. Lindsay, thinks that Angie's going to benefit from this lifestyle. So then she gets a text that she is going to Chalice, Ohio. Angie gets to say she's going to Chalice, Ohio. Electra doesn't believe that her mom will survive living off the grid. Lindsay finds out that she is going to Salt Lake City, Utah. She thinks that she's probably going to be swiping with another housewife of Salt Lake City, Lisa Barlow, because she did a quick Google search, but she ended up swapping with Angie K. Both moms pack and get ready to swap. Angie's family thinks that she is cooked. That is slang for she's doomed. Lindsay is nervous and she says, "Who lives and put?" And so Angie said, "Who lives out in the middle of nowhere?" And the episode is actually coincidentally entitled "Overdressed and Underprepared," because that's exactly what Angie K, the beautiful woman in the purple dress, was. And so she thinks that the house is perfect. She looks at the family photo. This is Lindsay walking into Angie's house. Angie thinks that the Flakes home looks like The Hills Have Eyes. Scary. Angie also looks at the family photos with the 3 children and a sweet wife. She said she thought the kids were adorable. And so now we see Lindsay walks into Angie's home and she says that there was a nice refrigerator, heated floors, nice bathroom, and a toilet with a bidet. And so Angie finds poop in the bathroom. And there was no running water. She has a bidet at her home and automatic flushing. She said that she will be holding in her number 2 for the next 3 days because she cannot see herself using that bathroom. Lindsay is admiring Angie's closet. She tried on one of her sunglasses. She said that these are way too many sunglasses, and Lindsay thinks that it's excessive. Again, they're minimalist, so she doesn't believe she needs all that. So Lindsay reads the house rules on a fancy scroll. So at 7 a.m. workouts with Sean. Lindsay is nervous about getting all dolled up. And that's a lifestyle she left behind because now she lives off grid. She doesn't want to follow society's beauty standards. Angie reads the rules that Lindsay left her. Angie and Tanner hug. She finally meets them. She greets the children with hugs. And I love that Angie asked for consent before hugging the kids. That was beautiful to see. She loves and hugs Hazel. She tells Hazel she loves her hair, gives her a hug. Lindsay meets Sean and Electra, who is 14, and they also meet their dogs Celia and Faust. Lindsay apologizes for snooping and compliments Electra's beautiful room compared to her room. Angie gets to see her daughter, gets to see her room, and it's the master suite. Angie wants to change to sneakers and sweats and get out of the heels so she can be more comfortable. And the Flakes are homesteading at a cabin. So that basically means they are growing their own food and they have their own animals. They don't have any running water. And this is all by choice, guys. Sean thinks that it is interesting that his wife won't be having running water. So it is day one of the house rules. Tanner gives Angie a tour of the house. There is the heat source is a stove. They have a water at a stream that kind of reminds me like back in Haiti. We have like we get water from a stream too. And she has to shower in a tub that is outside. Angie questioned why the Flakes chose this lifestyle for themselves. So it is Idaho. Day one in Idaho, so it is Lindsay's rules. So Angie is used to her nice, a big shower. Sean gets on. I'm sorry, this is the wrong husband. I meant to say Tanner. Tanner, who is Angie's new husband in the swap, gets on the ATV and shows Andy the views of the property. Angie loves the attention that she is getting from Hazel because she enjoys having fun with the younger kids. Her daughter Electra is a teenager and growing up so fast. And she just feels like, she no longer wants to have that close bond with her daughter to daughter. So she loves having Hazel around. Angie wants to know why they chose this lifestyle. And Turner said it all happened after his wife got her RA or rheumatoid arthritis a diagnosis. And she changed her diet, and that's why they decided to grow their own food. Angie's rules is a deep clean every night. And so we see Lindsay begin vacuuming, steaming the clothes. She says it's excessive, like her clothes don't have wrinkles. She doesn't think it's necessary to be steaming. Lindsay learns how to use the dishwasher. So theirs is a fancy electric one, so you have to knock it like this twice for it to open. She thinks that it's crazy that Angie cleans her glasses instead of spending quality time with her family, and she actually feels, empathetic and feels sad for her. Lindsay's house rule: eat off the land. So Tanner prepares oxtails for dinner. Oh, I love oxtails. Angie was not enjoying the oxtail. She said it has a unique texture. That was pretty much it. Angie tucks the children in for bed. She enjoys that Hazel wants attention. Angie has not showered. She said there's no dishwasher, there is no running water, and there is no dishwasher, there is no washing machine, and there is no running water. Angie will be holding her number 2 for the next few days. And so we see day 2, it's Lindsay's rules. Angie, washed her face in the morning in a bowl in a 2-piece PJ set. And across the street, guess who is looking in on her? It's her new husband, Tanner. And so Angie's rule: always be glam. So Lindsay is getting her nails done at home. How convenient is that? Sean says that they are going to the gym, then the salon. Lindsay hasn't been to the gym in a while because she says her life is a gym. Lindsay says that hauling water is her workout. So the kids help Angie haul a gallon of water to wash the dishes. Lindsay's workout, again, she was saying Lindsay's workout is hauling 5 gallons of water. The personal trainer named Sam says, basically that's farm girl shit. And so she is circuit training with Sean. Circuit training is like high interval training where you do different workouts for a few seconds, for those of you who don't know. Angie learned that water is a luxury after hauling around the gallons of water. She said it makes you think twice, makes her think twice even about brushing her teeth. Lindsay is enjoying the glam, getting her hair done by Sean. Sean did an incredible job. She has a nice bob and some curls to put in there. Hazel tells Angie to change the toilet like her mommy. Lindsay's rules: change the toilet. So Angie puts on her gloves and she smells the smell from it makes her want to hurl, which also means vomit. She thinks that she's she thinks that it's a lot, taking out the poop. And so Lindsay tells them they are going to enjoy a fun night off the grid. Now that she is with Sean and Electra, she said that it's important to be connected to nature. Sean is shocked. In the backyard, no phones. No showers, no phones. Lindsay said Lindsay is excited. Angie rules. The family dines out. So the Flakes are excited. Angie went to bed hungry that night. And so the kids are excited that they're finally going to order dessert. She's taking them out to eat. They help Lindsay pitch tents. There's no screens, just sun and adventure. Electra is not excited. She says she might sneak in overnight. She doesn't know if she can sleep outside. And the kids are excited, to order their milkshake. Angie rules. Adults go back on the grid. And so she plans a date night with Tanner. And I'll be back for part 2.